With the season of giving just 7 months away, this week toy manufacturers have set up their annual spring display at Market Hall. Modern technology has enabled manufacturers to produce a diversity of toys, but in many instances they are also diverse in hazards. Consumer groups, eager to talk with toy manufacturers about product safety, attempted unsuccessfully to register at Sunday's market.
Basically, the things that we wanted to talk to them about as far as action for children's television went was their advertising on TV, children's programming advertising, the safety of toys, the racial and sexual stereotyping of toys, the value of toys, and so forth. Nothing, on a radical nature. It's just something that we would like to bring about, to their attention, that the parents are consumers, and all of us consume, I think, a great number of toys during the year.
What happened this morning?
They refused us registration. I did go in and ask if I could register, and I told them who I was, that I was with Action for Children's Television and the Public Action Coalition on Toys. And they were very adamant about not letting us in.
What did they say?
Just absolutely no. And then we went outside the door and just tried to distribute the letter about the safety factor of toys, the deceptive advertising practices, the zoom lens, the speeding up lens, and so forth, to make toys look bigger and better on TV. And the letter, I think you have a copy, is very, very tactful. And we were eventually threatened with police removal. And I thought what was interesting was that everyone we spoke to, even those who were going to throw us off the property, agreed with us and said, "I've read your letter and I agree with you wholeheartedly, but it's the ownership of the building and the private property and the Toy Manufacturers Association that we can't, let you be here."
And what do manufacturers and their representatives think about toy safety?
It's difficult to make a safe toy because it's very expensive, and a lot of people necessarily don't want to spend a lot of money because money's tight in anybody's family. But we decided that if we were going to make a toy, we were going to make it safe as we could and as a high quality as we could, because we have our personal integrity that we have to live with.
They have other dart sets that actually have, regular tips, like the rubber tips, and they're the ones for the younger child. And you'll notice we also have listed a skillful adult game, not a child's toy, may cause injury, read instructions carefully. And this is listed on every dartboard and on the front of it.
To some manufacturers, emphasis on safety is one of those bread and butter issues, essential but not appealing.
A knife or a fork in a home is just as dangerous as any toy they can buy in a supermarket or anywhere else.
Do you think there should be regulations governing the toy industry?
To a degree, and I think there are. I think there are sufficient regulations, but some of the things that the FDA are complaining about, I think they're taking it a little too far.
The Society for the Prevention of Blindness receives documentation weekly of serious or blinding eye injuries which are attributed to toys.
Well, we think that toy manufacturers and parents have an obligation to watch the toys that children are exposed to. The parents, from the viewpoint of what comes into the home, should be scrutinized, should be carefully given to the child, explained if necessary. But we feel that the manufacturers have an obligation to label certain toys, not as toys, but as weapons. Any projectile toy, quote unquote, for example, a BB gun, an air gun, a bow and arrow, darts. These things should not be called toys, they should be called weapons. When you call something a toy, a parent automatically assumes that this is the kind of thing that the child can play with safely, without undue supervision or constant supervision. We have documented evidence of eye injuries or fatal blindness, not fatal, or complete blindness that has resulted from children 10, 12, 14 years old, unsupervised, playing with BB guns, air rifles, this kind of thing.
You have a child who was involved in recent years in an accident with a dangerous toy. Would you tell us that story?
Yes, it was our 3-year-old, who is now 4, and Wendy had been playing at a neighbor's house. We were very good friends. Their children were the same ages as ours. And she had come out of a bedroom with a needle that is about, 8 to 10 inches long, a steel weaving hook out of her eye. And it it was, you know, well embedded back into her eye. And the neighbor became hysterical, of course, and handled the situation beautifully. She said she doesn't know why she responded as she did, but she did make an attempt to get it out. What it was from Milton Bradley's weaving loom set, which is a steel needle or a hook, which is like a shepherd's staff. And the uncurved end is completely raw. It is not rounded off, and it's rigid steel. It's not plastic. And it has no, you know, soft protrusion. Perhaps if they even had a nice soft ball on the end of it, so this could not happen. And certainly there are so many, you know, design engineers in this country that I'm sure it wouldn't take much work to design a safe toy and a durable toy and one that would sell.